Hello, Jess Too Good here, and today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Jurassic World Summer 2020 Indominus Rex vs. Ankylosaurus. This has a total of 5 minifigures, 537 pieces, 2 dinos, and retails for $100 in the United States, or I think it might release July or August. We're not sure yet. Already released in Europe. I got it from my friend Tom Jurassic of Jurassic Collectibles. Go check him out, linked in the description. Let's take a look at those dinos. We'll start off with the reason a lot of people are going to get this set, the new Indominus Rex. Now, the lighting might feel a little bit off for this one, but this is actually a dark gray. Yeah, it's different from the white version. That was the only other Indominus Rex we got, which was back in 2015 when this first Jurassic World movie released. Now, if you can't tell, this is actually a set based off of a specific scene from the original Jurassic World movie, the only set of the wave to be based off of a scene from the movies. And the design of this actually has a nice silver finish for those scales. It's really neat. While I think the white version looks a little bit cooler, the dark gray version does have a more accurate look to it. I actually do like the silver finish a little bit more as well. And this does use different pieces from that 2015 version. For example, these arms right here are a completely new piece, which are similar to ones that LEGO has released before. But instead of having posable hands like that 2015 version, now the hands have a stud. And this is actually darn good for play, since you could attach minifigures to that stud and not worry about them getting loose. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that 2015 Indominus Rex, but I think this is the same head piece that they use for that one, where we do have a jaw attachment. The jaw itself is pretty big, so you could fit a minifigure in there quite easily. But since there's no stud inside there, it's kind of hard to keep it in place. Again, why that stud on the hands works. Now you can move the head all around. On how that's connected, it's just a ball joint with a Technic pin. And the scaling at the top has a nice 2x4 design for plates. Goes on to the tail at the back, which you could rotate at this section right here. That attaches via a Technic pin as well. And he has chunky legs as well, which attach via a Technic pin connection. Again, that adds for some nice posability, which, yeah, let's pose this guy. You know, I like putting them in strange angles while still keeping them upright. This is a pretty sick pose. Oh my gosh, this is a borderline cursed figure. But that's it for the poses. Let's take a look at the next dinosaur. This set includes our first modern LEGO Ankylosaurus figure. Now, because of that, it uses a ton of new pieces, and my gosh, I hope I'm saying the name right because I've been trying to say it correctly. And to see all the separate pieces, well, first off, this whole top part and the head is one piece. I love the printing on the head design, but unfortunately, you cannot move the head up and down. It's a bit hollow at the underside as well. So this is connected to this body piece at the bottom, which the body piece at the bottom also has these leg pieces connected. Those are all each one new piece because the legs at the front are a little bit shorter than the legs at the back. So to remove all of that, we can get a better look at how this is built, where these 2x3 tiles actually rest in place and keep the two connected. And now you can see how this part right here is actually a separate part, which is a 2x2 ball joint connector. And then there's a separate 2x2 ball joint connector at the front as well. This whole bottom part has some studs inside. This top part has some receiving studs on the inside. And then this tail at the end right here is a rubber piece, which has some plastic injected for the spikes right here. Now, this part also has some plastic injected for this receiving hole right here. And that just attaches via a Technic pin, because that Technic pin isn't part of this beam part at the front. And that's how the tail is so squishy. It just is kind of a loose connection, and for good reason. That comes into play with a play feature later on. So if you were curious, here are all the pieces that make the modern LEGO Ankylosaurus. But all built back together. Just wanted to show some posability with this one, where you can adjust the legs side to side. Not going to do a full posing session like the Indominus, but you get some different poses here. And of course, you could swing the tail side to side as well with a little bit of a loose connection, but that is for play. I do wish you could have opened up the mouth, but I get it. And that's it for the Ankylosaurus. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. The Owen Grady minifigure of this set is the same one they've used since 2018 Fallen Kingdom sets. Nothing too special here, where he has a trank gun, he has that newer face print for Chris Pratt, and if you look on the opposite side, he has a more stern look. The Clara minifigure has the same face print from the Fallen Kingdom sets, just like Owen. However, that torso print is new for 2020, just in this one set. And in the original 2015 sets, we did get this same outfit, but it was open, so now we have it closed. Now, this minifigure is Gray Mitchell, and this is a minifigure that's royally messed up on the box. Not only do they call him his brother's name Zach and call his brother Gray, they also have a white torso, and in the actual movie, he has this dark gray. So I don't know why they didn't update it on the box, but it's good that they updated it in the actual set, because the 2015 version also had a white torso, which was inaccurate. And the 2015 version had regular legs instead of short legs, I guess because they wanted to make him ride the gyrosphere. So it's nice that he has short legs here. I also like the new face print, which has an alternate expression, where he looks a lot happier. And I love the use of the Hobbit hair here, which was used a lot in those Middle-earth themes, but not outside of there. It was used for the 2015 version as well, and that's just a really cool hair piece to get once again. I don't know why it's so rare, and I don't know why we haven't gotten it in an actual gray color. I still want my old Bilbo Baggins. Zach Mitchell is a different version from the 2015 figure introduced in the last Indominus Rex set. Now, I incorrectly said that this is a newer version of the torso print that was used on that 2015 Zach Mitchell figure in my Harry Potter Umbridge's Encounter review. It just had a different part code, which threw me off, but it does seem to be the same piece from 2015. This face print right here is not new. This is actually used for so many licensed characters, whether it be Peter Parker, Scott Lang, or Maxwell Lord, all from the superheroes line. They really need to make different face prints that don't use this for some licensed characters, because then it makes it seem like they're all the same character. And honestly, this side of the face makes him look a little bit older with the grin there. I do say the screaming face looks like the actor. The design of this hairpiece is very uncommon to see in regular sets. It was introduced with the Zombie Businessman in 2015. But even then, I think the Zach Mitchell hairpiece that they used back then, which was the Mutt Williams hair, just fit better. I think in a way, this looks less accurate to Zach Mitchell than the 2015 one. And we have a ride operator here who has a nice exclusive torso print, an exclusive color for the cap piece, which does have the newer version with the hole at the top for accessories. I love getting new colors for hats, so that's actually really nice to get in that brown coloring. Now, the face print is a curious case because that is the Flash's face from the DC CMF line. So yeah, after LEGO bumps up the CMFs to $5, they just say, hey, you know, face prints from there aren't exclusive anymore. Great going, LEGO. Now there's 3 separate builds of the set with this Gyrosphere sign, the Gyrosphere Q line, and the Gyrosphere itself. You guys know I'm a sucker for amusement park builds, so I really like the Q line build here. It's one of the most substantial Q line designs that LEGO has done before, where we have enough space to actually have a bit of a queue going on. Even with the haunted house, having not built it yet, it looks like it's a little bit cramped on the queue line area. I like this spacing. The design of this does have a little staircase leading to the platform, where we do have a queue counter for an employee. There's a nice protection glass and small little slot to give the employee your ticket, though they don't include any tickets in this set. To be fair, I don't know the ticketing system of Jurassic World. And this turnstile right here is nice leading on to the boarding area of the queue line, which, looking at the other side, we have these 1x6 tiles, both using the same sticker, and also this small area right here to hold the gyrosphere in place. We'll get to the gyrosphere track in a second, but I also wanted to highlight the roof design. I find it really interesting how a lot of this roof design uses some clips, where we have clips at the side, having a little bit of framing to rest the plates on. Nice use of these corner tile pieces in dark red. The plates for the canopy at the top all come together. And also on the other side, it's a very similar build. You can see how the plates at the top are actually connected via what I call the riot shield piece, and you can see that in dark red right there. And it allows for you to adjust the roof or canopy up and down. Now, the only problem with this design is that it's a little bit hard to reach in there and put the park employee on that swivel chair there. It just feels a little bit less made for play, but that's not a big deal for me because I think this makes for a better display piece with its unconventional roof design. It's a bit hard to see, but on the employee side of the ticket counter, we have a calendar right there, which shows that it's in February with a pterodactyl. And then a 2x2 sticker of this monitor right here. This is actually adjustable, and you could move it just a little bit up, but it's not that big of a deal. And if you start moving it up, you're gonna see the backside, so it's probably best at this particular angle. Either way, back to the track. I like the use of the roller coaster track pieces in their original gray coloring. I'm glad those are getting more and more common. The design at the side here has the whole play feature, which we'll demonstrate in a sec, but that is a 2x2 stickered tile. And also, there's a sticker at the front here with this caution sign. At the side of the queue line, there's also some nice vent details, and I like how they have a bit of an archway going on for this overall design. But either way, let's demonstrate the play feature. So, isn't that pretty smooth? Let's try that again, but with a view from the front. I really like how well that works. And all that is made possible by thrusting that 2x2 column brick with that sticker on it. And that moves these pieces right here that just make that gyrosphere thrust forward onto the track. And it always goes on pretty smoothly. It doesn't get out of bounds. And like I said, it's just really efficient on how that works. Either way, the build for the gyrosphere itself is a slightly different design, but still just as efficient as previous versions. New printed dish at the side, which I'm sure is almost the same as the one from the 2015 version. And to open up the inside and put your minifigures in, you got to remove those two dishes, then pull the glass at both sides. Again, got to use air quotes for glass because it's plastic, but you know, in universe, it's glass. And we have a really nice 1x2 sticker of the Jimmy Fallon safety video, which I really like, on that double cheese slope. And then this little seat right here is just hanging, so it always kind of stays in place or at the middle of the gyrosphere. Let's put a minifigure in there. And these are always fun to spin around. Now, what's also fun is, of course, putting it on that play feature, which I want to do one last time because there's a minifigure in here now. And look, I got a slightly different angle this time around. I'm sorry, I really love that play feature. That's it for the queue line build and gyrosphere. Let's take a look at the last build of the set. And the build for the gyrosphere sign is very unconventional. What you have here are two trees, these sections with the trees attached via clip connections, and then the sign in the middle, which is using 3 stickers, 2 stickers on these 2x4s, 1 sticker at the top on the circular tile. Also a sticker actually at this bottom part, which isn't part of the sign, but I really like the fossil design there. Let me know in the comments which fossil that represents. And to the side, these 2 tree builds use studs not on top techniques. These are connected via an inverted 2x2 with the Technic pin in the middle, and it gives it a pretty free to move base, so you can spin that around as you'd like. And then, like I said, they use studs not on top techniques on the sides, and this has a plate finish, which just gives kind of a studded look to the side tree trunks. Doesn't look bad in my opinion. Now the design of this has a play feature, which is if you push this part right here, the trees fall forward. And you can do that with that one. It falls sideways as well. To get them back in place, you got to slide this beamed part right here, and it holds it back in place. And the mindset behind this play feature is you get the Ankylosaurus, use its tail to knock that part in, making it knock over the trees. It's kind of cool. But either way, pushing the tree back upright and pushing the beam back in place to hold it. The tree top is pretty cool from the top with all these branch pieces coming together. Makes for a very nice look. But that's it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box for the set is one of those long boys used for the $80 sets, but this is $100 after all. And at the back, you can see some different shots of the set and its figures. The instructions for this set do have an ad for the new wave, which I have all of thanks to Tom Jurassic. Now, I am going to do the baby dinos probably next, but you guys got to let me know which one of these two you want to see after that. Now, just like last year, it says limited availability, but keep in mind this is the European version, so I'm not entirely sure if that's just something in the European instruction booklets. So overall, I don't think there's anything bad with the contents of this set. I actually really like the build of this set. I think the play features work very well. They do a good job with very distinctive builds and unconventional build techniques. It's something that makes for a good display piece and play piece. The minifigures included are updates of some original versions, which I really like. And then the dinosaurs included are absolutely fantastic. I love the new Indominus Rex. It's nice that they put another Indominus Rex in a set. It's nice that they made a more accurate Jurassic World set in general. And then having our first modern LEGO Ankylosaurus really came out well. While I do wish it had a little bit more posability, I get why it doesn't. And the design for it is actually really interesting on how it's all built up, and it looks great in that regard. The problems come with the price, and that's something I do complain about a lot for various sets, because I don't think this is worth $100. I think this, okay, for the builds, it fits for a $50 set, a $60 set, fine. Throw in the dinosaurs, okay, $80, $90 would be pushing it, and then $100 is just over that. Is it ridiculously priced compared to other licensed things? No. Is it the worst price set? No. But it still feels like the value is lacking for a $100 set. This is something where maybe they should have included more to the build. While I love everything in here, I think that maybe would have made the value feel more there. But as it stands, it's not awful in its pricing. It's just that its pricing is weak. It weighs it down in that regard. I'll give it a B+, but keep in mind that's a very high B+, and I was close to giving this one an A because I do love everything that's included here. I just wish it was better priced. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.